All right, welcome back to the custom machine shop, arcade, whatever. I don't know what this is anymore. So the mission for today. My favorite design I have for aluminum pieces, which is this. The ridged with knurled, kind of flat top aluminum K-lever style bat top. But instead of it being from aluminum, I'm gonna make them out of brass and copper. Now, both of these look really ugly because they have oxidized from just me touching it and from the humidity in the air. So what I'm gonna do is essentially make this out of copper and brass and coat it with gloss clear enamel. Now, this will prevent it from essentially being susceptible to the oxidization. Now, since I don't intend on playing with these lever tops because they are a little bit too heavy, so it'll kind of mess around with the K-lever grommet and whatnot, I'm just gonna use it as kind of like a design set piece. So I thought, I have a glass case at home that I'll be assembling soon from IKEA of all places. And I wanna kind of set out a display of all the stuff that I've kind of created and the concepts over time of how this kind of project has evolved. Now, in a previous video, I worked on the little displays, on the stands, I guess you could say, and you guys can watch that if you're interested. But I'll essentially be mounting, these on top of them as sort of like a promo, as a kind of advertisement, I guess you could say. But I also want to take some cool pictures on my second stick. This isn't my normal one. My normal one is the Make Stick X Prime. And I'll probably show you guys later in this video what it looks like on that one, because it'll look a lot cooler, because that one's all white with the gold buttons, which I think would look really cool with a brass top, or a copper one as well, because it's kind of rose gold, I guess you could say. But for here, I just want to take a picture on this as well, and maybe put it up on like a website or something. I think a lot of people would find that pretty cool. But the process should be pretty fast. It's the same program, just a little bit different rotations, feeds, and whatnot. But I have the material prepped up, so this is gonna be a pretty quick and easy video. I'll show you guys the tools, like I always do, and maybe I'll sneak in a few manufacturing processes as it's going on live, just for you guys to kind of see what it looks like, and see kind of what this job or these projects kind of entail. So yeah, get ready for that. All right, so the setup is gonna be pretty much like everything else. For the threading, we got the drill, countersink, the threading tool. We have the roughing face. We have the finishing face over here, which is the one that I use for brass. The cutoff tool. Here we have the radius insert here. And the one kind of special tool, I guess you could say, that I use for this job specifically is the knurling tool right here. And it's got the diamond imprint on it, and this basically shoves itself into the material and like makes it kind of bubble out. And sadly, I can't show you guys that process because it does kind of burn the material and I need the coolant going on it. So I'll show you guys kind of like the right afterwards, how ugly the piece is, and then later what it looks like. All right, so here it is after knurling. You can kind of see, it doesn't look that bad actually, but now the rough facing tool will create that kind of ledge up here, and then the finishing tool will smoothen it out completely, and then the ridges will be there later, but not too bad. All right, so I just finished doing the grooving. And now, as kind of like a safety net, I run the facing tool one more time over it to try to get rid of the sharp edges that might remain from the grooving operation. So I'll try to show that to you guys live, so you guys can kind of see it, go right above it and clean off whatever excess I don't want on there. All right, so pretty nice. Not too bad. I think they turned out a lot better than I thought they would. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go give them a wash with just regular dish soap to degrease it from whatever the coolant, residue is left on it. And then I'm gonna basically hang it from a screw and blow dry it for the most part. Not like heated blow dry, but just, with air. To make sure that there's no, none of my oils from my skin, I guess you could say, or any water left in it. And then I'll basically hold it up and give it a few coats of this. And in about an hour, I should have it pretty much done. And then I can show you guys kind of the finished product and how it'll look on my arcade sticks and whatnot. So, yeah, I'd say these are pretty good. Pretty proud of them. The machining process was super simple. Went by really quickly, but man, is this material expensive, and I'm still even worried with the epoxy coating that maybe it will oxidize in some way, shape, or form, but hopefully not. All right, so we have both of the pieces now with a thin epoxy coat, and it's probably not picking up so well for you guys through the computer screen, but it's a little visible that it has kind of like a plastic layer on it, but not as visible as I initially thought. Like if I gave this to somebody and didn't really say anything, they'd be like, wow, cool, it's made out of metal. But after I felt basically both versions, one without a coating and one with a coating, I can tell that there's a little bit of a difference. There's a little bit of a texture change. It seems like a little bit more kind of slippery, not as metallic, I guess you could say. It feels more rubbery almost, but I'm hoping that this kind of layer will protect it from essentially becoming, oxidized, like these two here. These are the first ones that I made, and you can clearly see how like darkened it gets. Here's kind of a nice comparison, nice visual here. This is what I'm hoping to avoid. So, yeah, I mean, it'll obviously be a lot better because I'm not going to be manhandling these as much as I kind of did the other ones, because I used those for a lot of examples when I was showing like my family, my friends. But these are basically going to be put on like the stand that I made and just kind of displayed for my own viewing pleasure. And hopefully this epoxy holds out, and it'll be a nice little keepsake for me, as because I really do like this design quite a lot. It looks very pretty in my eyes. And yeah, all right, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Hopefully I can do another little project like this soon. And yeah, thanks for watching.